A few months ago, I set out on a mission to get 100 SaaS accounts on my Go High Level. That means 100 people paying me between $97 and $497 every single month. Now, I was able to get 100 accounts in less than 90 days. And in this video, I'm literally going to break down everything. I'm going to show the exact method, the sales process, how to get leads, the offer that I used, including some of my biggest mistakes and aha moments so that you could do it probably quicker than I could do it at this point. If I knew what I know now, I probably could have done it in about half the time. So this video, I'm breaking it all down. If this stuff interests you, do me a favor, subscribe and like and comment. That stuff means a lot to me. Okay, but this is all for free, and I hope you guys enjoy it and get crazy amounts of value out of it. So let's get right into it. So the first thing I want to do is just kind of make this real for you guys in a little bit of a way. So you can see here like the crazy uptick, right? Like I was just kind of like not really doing much. Then all of a sudden, boom, I caught my stride and I just started going after it. So July, 31,000, August, 31,000. September will land probably a little bit around 20,000, 25,000 in there. So almost about $100,000 in revenue in the past few months. And this is my Go High Level account. So you can see about $19,000 in monthly recurring revenue. In August alone, we brought on 105 new clients. That includes some of my low ticket stuff, but most of those are SaaS customers. So I'm going to get right into it. But firstly, I want you guys to know that you guys can do this. If you're doubting yourself, you have to just know that if it's possible to be done, you can do it. So if you follow the blueprint, you follow the recipe that other people have shown that actually works, and then you just kind of refine it until you figure out what works for you, you can do this too. So I'm gonna get right into it. I'm gonna show all the secret sauce. I made a quick little presentation. I didn't want to make a whole boring presentation, but I did want to organize my thoughts in a way that made sense for you. So I'm calling this 0 to 100 clients in 90 days for Go High Level, high level. All right, so my results. I brought in about 130 SaaS clients, Go High Level clients in 90 days, 31K in monthly revenue, and 19K of that is recurring revenue. So I have some upsells in there. That's why my revenue is higher than my monthly recurring revenue, and nearly $100,000 in revenue. And we did it in about 90 days. So here's how we did it. But first, guys, before I get into it, let's keep in touch, right? Your network is your net worth. So if you want to get to know me, you can add me on Instagram. But more importantly, guys, just take a moment to subscribe to this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I work hard on bringing you guys high quality content. I have a great podcast, and subscribing really means a lot to me. So just subscribe. It's free. Also, like and comment on this video, right? It costs you nothing but means the world to me. So I really appreciate if you take 2 seconds, like and comment. Thank you very much. Also, I'm going to be giving out a free PDF, a free Facebook strategy PDF, and it'll also include some training on, Go High Level and that kind of stuff. So you can grab that PDF in the comments below. And also, if you're new to Go High Level and haven't signed up, there will be an affiliate link down. You can sign up for your free trial of Go High Level so you can start to implement this stuff for yourself and get some of the results that I got. So this all started last year when I made this video, my first 10 clients in 30 days. And if you haven't checked that video out, it's a pretty cool video, but this is the updated version. And that video got lots of traction, got like a lot of views, a lot of interaction. So I figured this would be a great time for me to make an update because people have been asking for an update. So here's a timeline of how this happened. Last year, 2023, I discovered Go High Level and I got 10 clients in 30 days doing one-to-one sales. And it was pretty much a nightmare. It was a grind. It was hard. There were no-shows. There were, unqualified clients. It was just a freaking grind. Okay. And so I eventually lost all those clients. They all just canceled their membership. And I kind of just gave up for a while. A lot of people were asking me in the comments of that last video, like, oh, update, update. How many do you have now? And honestly, all those clients are gone. And so I kind of just gave up on it. But then in this year, middle of this year, I started back again. And I started to sell my services one-to-one because that's what I knew how to do. And I had little to no success, just like last time. So I had some success, but I was really trying to sell a higher ticket package and I couldn't sell it one-to-one. Same problems. I had a lot of no-shows, had unqualified clients, and it just was like a grind and wasn't really getting me anywhere. So I did my first webinar and I had success, right? Someone told me you should try webinars, and I tried webinars, and I got like 13 $97 clients. And at that time, I wasn't even doing the monthly recurring. I just had a $97 product that I wanted to sell people, and I sold 13 of them. I made 1,300 bucks, and I was like, hey, this is cool. And so I thought, let me try this webinar thing again. And so that's chapter 5. In June, I started doing weekly webinars because I figured, hey, I got money for my first, so maybe if I keep doing webinars every single week, then maybe I'll get more clients. And I did. And in June, I got 26 clients, SaaS clients, $97 per month in 1 month. I was like, great, this is awesome. And then Sean lit a fire under me. Sean, if you don't know Sean, Sean Clark is the co-founder and I think CEO of GoHighLevel. And basically what he did was I posted in the Facebook group that I got 26 clients in a month. And Sean says, congratulations. And I said, thank you, Sean. Can't wait to get my SaaSpreneur award. Hope to meet you someday. And he says, the way you're going, I'll see you in October to hand you out your reward. And that message right there just lit a fire under me. And I didn't realize how close the deadline was. I had only like 2 or 3 months to the deadline. So I figured, boom, I'm going to go all in. I'm going to get myself that award. And so I figured out that doing on webinars was the only time I was ever making any money. So I had to figure out how I could do these webinars every single night. So I went from doing a one-time webinar to doing a weekly webinar to doing a nightly webinar. And then the nightly webinar that's how I started growing so quickly. So I'm going to go through that progression and show you guys how I was able to do that. This is the framework that I used in the first video that I showed. And this is a really great framework. It's very, very relevant, and it kind of is all encompassing. And that's what I'm going to go through today. So whatever your business is, you need 3 things. You need a product, you need marketing, and you need sales. And the process is what takes you through all of them. And then, of course, once you have these clients in the recurring model, you got to retain them. I'm going to go through each one of these things and talk to you about how I was able to get to 30K monthly revenue using GoHighLevel. So the first thing is the offer. You need to have an offer. You need to have something to sell. But the problem that most people have is that they only have one offer. Like they only have a $97 plan, or they only have one high ticket plan, or whatever it is. But if you are a business, you have to have a product line. Like if you go to Gucci, right? They have a wallet. They have a wallet that costs 500 bucks or 100 bucks, whatever, right? But they also have a jacket that costs $10,000, right? So if you want to be a business, you need a product line. And a lot of times people will get started on the lower end. And once they see the value, they'll be able to upgrade to your higher end. Now, buyers are buyers. So if you can get them in at the lower level and prove to them that you're actually worth it, then you can push them up your value ladder. And that's a strategy that I used. So I had a bait offer, I had a front end offer, I had a middle offer, and I have a back end offer. So here are my offers. The bait I was using was a free webinar. The free webinar is a webinar where you can learn about marketing, right? In my case, my specialty is Facebook ads. So I was teaching people about Facebook ads. And I'll show you my landing page in a moment of how I got people to register for my webinar. And then I had a low ticket price of a $97 per month SaaS plus coaching. And then I had my core offer for $9.97. I'll set up your Facebook ads for you one time, plus some support. And then I had a major offer, which is a $5,000 coaching program that I sell. So here is the landing page that I use to get people into my webinar. Nothing fancy, right? Has a nice headline: 1 weird trick to 3x your ROI and add 10K per month and to your business in 60 minutes. And I talked about Facebook ads. I showed Facebook ads and some of my strategies. People could register right here for the webinar. All right. And that's it. Very ugly landing page, very basic. And this is just what worked for me. So coming back to here, this is my offer. Okay, so my bait was the free webinar, and I showed you that link there. Now my low ticket was was this right here. And so I want to just reiterate here, like why I'm doing this. So when I was doing one-to-one sales, I had some people would show up, some people wouldn't show up. I'd have unqualified people show up. But when I realized that I only wanted to talk to people that had already given me money, because that way I'd have a 100% show rate and I'd only be speaking to buyers. And so my close rate would go up. So I was using my webinar as a way to get people in with a $97 offer. And then once they were on the $97 offer, I have a upsell where they might pay $1,000 or $5,000. So I used the bait to get people to get my low ticket. And then the low ticket, I had a sales appointment only with those people. Then I pitched them my $1,000 and $5,000 offer, and that's how I grew. So let me get back to my presentation here. This was my $97 SaaS offer. This is how I got most of my clients in right here. So here's what it includes. It includes a one-on-one strategy session with me, right? Which is basically a sales call, but I also add a little bit of value. And then you get my software. I call it Local Pro Connect. That's GoHighLevel. It's my white label. And you get a course on Facebook ads. And then you have weekly office hours. So every week you can come in for 1 hour, and you also get some bonuses, right? Some editable Canva templates, some viral hooks. By the way, if anyone's interested in this offer, it's available to you, okay? You can join for 97 bucks a month. So this is what I pitched on my webinar. I pitched them a $97 offer. And here is how I got people to show up to my webinar. The main way was meta ads. I use Facebook and Instagram ads. I'm going to show you my ad account. Like, this is the amount of value I'm going to provide in this video is just crazy. I'm going to show you my actual ad account and show you the ads that I was running. Okay. And then webinars, right? I had to be able to sell on webinars. And I'm going to show you like the cost per acquisition and the return on investment stuff. So the meta ads, I was getting people to go to my free webinar. And the marketing math, the way this worked is I would get like roughly $8 cost per lead. So let's say I get 100 leads, and only about 30% would actually show up to the webinar. So 100 leads, 30 actually show up. And of those 30, I would typically sell between 10 to 20%. So let's say 5 intro offers at $97. And then of those 5, 1 to 2 would typically upgrade to a $997 offer. So looking at this, you might think, oh, you spent $800, but you only got 5 $97 sales. So you lost money. Yes, on the front end, right? But because I was able to upgrade some of them on the back end, that's where it actually became profitable. And I ended up getting about a 2x ROI on the whole. So let me show you exactly what I'm going to show you guys my ad account right now. All right. I'm going to show you guys my Facebook ads account. And by the way, guys, the amount of value I'm showing this in this video is like unbelievable. People charge $3,000 and $5,000 for these courses. Just do me a favor, subscribe and comment and like on this video if you actually appreciate this stuff. And I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. Now I'm going to show you my Facebook ads account. All right. Here is the actual ad set that got most of my leads. So you can see here about 1,300 website completed forms. Cost per registration is about less than $10. The daily ad spend was between $200 and $300 depending on the day. I could go up to like $500 sometimes. Anyways, let me show you what this ad campaign looked like. So I was running people to my website, and then let's see, the targeting I was using was business page admins, because I want people that are business owners and potentially interested in advertising on Facebook. And then the ad I was running was basically me just kind of talking. So hopefully you guys can hear this. Let's see. If not, I will maybe show it later. But basically, this is the ads I was showing. So just a couple, me talking in my car, right, about Facebook and stuff, about how to do marketing, very basic. And then the ad copy is this stuff here, right? Calling out my local demographic, a free live marketing workshop, 100% live event, not pre-recorded. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So my cost per acquisition was, my cost per lead is about less than $10. And I got people on the webinar. That's it. All right. So from there, I got them on my webinar. Now, webinars, a lot of people try to get people to sell high ticket on the webinar. That just didn't work for me. I tried it. I didn't really sell that much. And I thought, if people bought my $97, then I had a better chance of selling them on the upsell on a one-on-one call afterwards. So I decided to go with the model of selling them a low ticket on the webinar, getting them on a sales call, and then pitching my upsell offer from there. So the webinar, I'm going to tell you a couple things about the webinar that you need to know. I used Russell Brunson's 3 Secrets model. If you aren't familiar with this, go check out Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson. It's a great book. And the 3 secrets are like, okay, there's really only 3 reasons why people are going to buy from you or not buy from you. They need to believe that the vehicle that you have can take them to where they want to go. Number 1. The second thing is that they may have some kind of internal belief, a false belief that they can't do it. So, okay, I believe the vehicle is correct, but I can't do that thing because I'm not technical enough, whatever it is. And then the third thing is external reason. There could be an external false belief. So, okay, I believe that your vehicle will take me where I want to go. I also believe that I am capable of doing it, but I can't have that success that you had because the market's bad. I can't have the success that you had because I don't know how to get traffic. I can't have the success that you had because it's an election year and ads are expensive, whatever it is, right? Those are the 3 things you want to focus on. What are those? What is the vehicle, the internal and the external belief that will get people to just, throw you their credit cards? Okay. You have to work on crushing those limiting beliefs, identifying what they are, so to know your customer, and then crush those limiting beliefs. And that is what your webinar does. You don't want to teach too much on your webinar. All right. Another important thing is that for each of these things, you have to talk about how you learned it or how you earned it. What does that mean? That means if you just tell somebody something and you start teaching them something, there's really no context behind it. But if you explain the trials and tribulations that you had to go through to acquire that knowledge that you're about to teach them, well, then all of a sudden they're going to be more interested in what they're doing. Okay. And that's what you have to use when you start implementing this stuff for yourself. So use stories to kind of tell people how you learned something or how you earned something. And that way they'll really be tuned into it and prepared to listen to it. The next thing is don't teach too much. 2 reasons. Number 1 is the more you teach, the more like glossy-eyed people become, right? And it tends to be too heavy for a webinar. The second reason is, if you teach them everything, then there's nothing left for you to buy. So as coaches, one of our things we want to do is, we want to show how much we know. But the more you do that, that's one of the best ways to kill your sales. All right. So don't teach too much, but you have to provide value. And the last thing is the stack and the close. The stack and the close is a very, very powerful way for you to actually make more sales in pretty much anything that you do. So the theory behind it goes like this. The human psychology is that, like, let's say you have 5 different things in your offer and you're explaining each one. And the typical way to do this is to go through every single one of those things. And at the very end, after you're on like bonus number 4 or whatever, then you tell the price, right? And then the problem is the human psychology, they associate the price with the last thing that you told them, which is usually the least valuable thing on your list. So in order for you to really stack on the value, you have to reiterate your offer over and over and over and over again. Okay, I'm going to show you real quick how this actually works so you can see it in live action. All right. Again, guys, this is just crazy amounts of valuable here. So hopefully you guys appreciate this stuff. So here's my slideshow that I actually showed on the webinar to get people to buy from me. So I introduced the offer, right? The A-List starter kit. It includes this tools, implementation, and coaching that you need to be successful. Here's what you're going to get. You're going to get this thing, one-on-one with me, okay? And then you're going to get the software, right, which is great. So to reiterate, you're going to get this thing, and the total value is this. And then you're going to get this, right? And then here's what you're going to get, this, and here's a price. And here's what you're going to get, this weekly coaching calls. So you're going to get this, total price. See the pattern? It's going over the offer over and over and over again, okay? And then here's a bonus, right? So you get this, and bonus number 1, okay? And you get this, and bonus number 1, bonus number 2, and the total value is this, all right? So now they're associating the value with the entire package instead of just associating the value with the very last thing that I introduced, all right? This is called the stack and close. I learned this from Russell Brunson. It's a very, very effective way to communicate the value of your offer. And then the sales, right? You have marketing, you have your offer, marketing, and sales. Now, the sales is a very, very important part of it. And this is where all the business model actually starts to make sense. I told you that I was losing money on the front end through the webinars, but I was able to actually make money because I had upsells in the back end. So this is where the whole thing worked for me. And again, I started this out as a way to only speak to buyers on my sales calls. Like I didn't want to get on a call with someone unless they had already paid me money. Okay, because I had too many no-shows. And plus, when you include the onboarding as part of the package, it's something that they paid for. So my show rate pretty much went up to 100%. So the upsells is where the business started actually making sense. There's a 5-step sales process that I go through. The 5 steps are introduction, fact finding, demonstration, test close, and close. Introduction, fact finding, demo, test close, and close. All right. The introduction, self-explanatory. The fact finding, this is where actually I'll do a whole separate video on how I actually was able to sell so many of these. I was closing about 20% of people that got on a call with me, and it was all based off of the fact finding. And that's it's called question-based selling. The idea is by asking questions, the right questions, you actually get the prospect to tell you that they need your services, to tell you that they need you to help them, to tell you that they believe that you can, instead of if I say it to you, you may believe it, but if you say it to me, those are your words. You believe it for sure. That's the power of question-based selling. I'll have to do a whole nother video because that's super interesting stuff. Okay, question-based selling. So after the fact finding, I do my demonstration. I show what my product is, right? I don't use slideshows. People get glossy-eyed and bored of slideshows. So I don't do slideshows. And then I do a test close, right? Test close is something like this. On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you feel about this product that I showed you? If it's anything less than a 10, you need to go back and then redo the demonstration because something was missed there. So a test close is like dipping your toe into the water before you decide to actually show them the price and ask for the sale. All right. And then after the test close, you get to the close. And the close, if you did your job right, the close is just about figuring out the money. And you'll feel it. You'll be like, okay, it's just a matter of like, okay, they want it. You know, like this is going to get them what they want. So how do we work out the financing or whatever to get you that $1,000, that $5,000 package that I'm offering that you told me that you really want? So there's little to no resistance if you do this the right way. I'll have to do a whole separate video on this because this stuff was incredible. If you want me to do a video, make sure you like and leave a comment, please, because I need that interaction. Thank you guys. All right. All right, so that's pretty much it. That's the conclusion. The things I want to tell you guys is, first of all, you cannot lose if you do not quit. All right, that's the only way to guarantee that you're going to lose is if you decide that this isn't going to work for you and you just quit. Okay, but if you keep going, if you find out what works for you and double down on that, then this will work for you as well. I do have a free Facebook ads PDF and training. If you can just find that in the link below, go ahead and grab that if that's what's interesting to you. But let's keep in touch, right? Add me on Instagram, subscribe to my YouTube, and hit me send me a message on Instagram or Facebook. I love hearing from you guys. Anyways, if you thought this was helpful, please let me know. Thank you so much for watching and for subscribing, and I'll see you on the next one.